Fangs and Furballs, A Tale of Unlikely Bros by Arjun, Dia, Sanjay, and Abiram. We dedicate this book to the deciduous forest biome, a vital ecosystem threatened by deforestation. Losing these forests harms wildlife, reduces biodiversity, disrupts water cycles, and accelerates global warming by releasing stored carbon. It also endangers resources like fruits, nuts, and wood that people rely on. Deciduous forests clean our air, support countless species, and enchant us with changing seasons. To protect them, we must prioritize reforestation, sustainable forestry, and pollution reduction. Chapter 1, Summer. In the heart of the deciduous forest, mountain lion Mateo was chasing Chip the chipmunk, the tiny furball zipping through the trees.
Catch me if you can.
Chip mocked, darting around an oak tree. Mateo grinned.
You're fast, Chip, but not fast enough.
Chip dodged another swipe.
Ha, you can't catch me. Not when I'm one with the trees.
He said, hiding in the leaves.
You can't eat me. I give you indigestion with my bad jokes.
Mateo paused.
Bad jokes?
Why did this squirrel break up with his girlfriend? She was acting nutty.
Chip squeaked. Mateo chuckled.
That's terrible.
Exactly, you need me for laughs.
Chip grinned. With a sigh, Mateo relented.
Fine, you're safe, Chester.
And so, predator and prey became unlikely friends. Chip led Mateo through the lush forest, jumping over roots and dodging hanging vines.
Careful of the moss.
Chip warned.
Moss?
Mateo asked, stepping over it.
I thought it was just squishy stuff.
Well, it's way more than that.
Chip said, climbing an oak tree.
Moss helps drink up the water for the trees and keeps the soil from washing away. If we didn't have it, this place would be a giant mudslide.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Said Mateo. Chip grinned.
You never do, but that's why we're friends. I teach you things.
Mateo just rolled his eyes.
Yeah, you're the smartest chipmunk I know.
The two reached a large oak tree.
Now check this out.
Chip said, pointing to the tree's trunk. Suddenly, a woodpecker popped its head out of the hole in the bark.
Hey, quiet down. I'm working here.
Mateo stared.
Is that a hotel?
Chip giggled.
In a way, yes. Oaks are like apartments for squirrels, birds, bugs, and even woodpeckers. This guy's building a condo.
Willow the woodpecker hammered on the tree with a loud tap, tap, tap.
Just a little more work and I'll be done. Then I can finally move in.
Mateo chuckled.
This forest really is a happening place.
Chapter 2, Fall. As the leaves turned golden, a sleek fox appeared, her fur blending with the autumn hues. Her fiery tail swayed as she approached silently.
Hello, boys.
Flora Fox purred. Mateo's jaw dropped.
Hi.
Chip groaned.
Oh no.
Fox circled them, her sharp eyes darting to every detail.
This forest is losing its charm. The trees are disappearing, the streams are drying up, and the food is scarce.
Chip frowned.
What are you talking about? This forest has everything.
Flora flicked her tail, her nose twitching.
Not for long, haven't you noticed? The trees are thinning, the ground's harder to dig, and the water smells wrong.
Mateo shifted uneasily.
She's right.
Chip sighed.
If we don't act now, it'll only get worse.
Flora sat, tail curling neatly around her.
I'm good at finding hidden things, seeds, water sources. If we work together, we can turn this around.
Mateo nodded.
I'll handle the heavy lifting.
Chip rolled his eyes.
Guess I'm the brains as always.
Flora smirked.
Keep walking, the forest won't save itself.
Flora's words weighed on Mateo as they wandered past bare patches, sawdust piles, and broken branches.
Where are the trees going?
Mateo asked quietly. Chip sniffed the air.
I don't know, but the forest is weaker. The woodpecker's losing his home and the deer have nowhere to hide.
A deer emerged, blending with the autumn leaves as it munched on azaleas.
The grass is gone.
They exclaimed.
Now I'm eating flowers, but they taste weird.
Chip's eyes widened.
That's because azaleas are toxic. Eat too many and you'll regret it.
The deer blinked, still chewing.
Wait, what?
Chip groaned.
Overgrazing is wrecking everything, and now the plants are fighting back. Mateo, you have to control the deer before there's nothing left.
Mateo hesitated.
But they're starving too.
The deer swallowed, grimacing.
Ugh, my tongue feels funny.
Chip crossed his arms.
Told you.
Mateo sighed. The forest was unraveling. Chapter 3, Winter. Mateo wandered the barren forest searching for prey. The deer had moved on, and even Flora had disappeared. He stumbled upon a patch of fragile moss and sighed.
A king without a kingdom? What's left for me?
From high in a tree, Chip called out.
Mateo, is that you still searching?
Mateo looked up.
Chip, you're still here?
Mateo asked.
Of course I am. Somebody's got to keep an eye on things.
Mateo chuckled and asked.
I thought you would have packed up and left.
And miss all this quality suffering with you? Never.
Chip smirked, eating his acorns. Mateo's stomach growled.
You're lucky to have those. Hunger follows me everywhere.
Why not leave the forest?
Chip asked.
This is my home.
Mateo said.
I can't abandon it.
Chip hesitated.
Then maybe we should rebuild it together. I'll save you a few acorns if you promise not to eat me.
Mateo chuckled.
Deal.
They were united by the forest's emptiness and the promise of regrowth in a silent moment of hope. Mateo and Chip wandered through the frostbitten forest, their breath visible in the crisp air. Most plants had withered, and the ground was hard beneath their paws. Chip suddenly perked up.
Wait, there.
He scurried ahead to a grove of nearly bare maple trees. The ground beneath them scattered with winged seeds. Mateo's eyes brightened.
Perfect. Let's get to work.
They carefully gathered and planted the seeds, Mateo using each of his strong paws to dig through the frozen soil while Chip tucked each seed into place. As the first snowflakes fell, Mateo stretched.
Think this will be enough?
Chip dusted off his fur.
It's a start. We'll do even more in spring.
With their mission complete, they turned for home, their footprints fading into the snow-covered path. As Mateo and Chip made their way back, Chip suddenly stopped, eyeing a cluster of plants through the frostbitten ground.
Look at this.
Chip said, pointing to the glossy leaves.
Poison ivy. It's one of the few plants that can survive in damaged areas.
Mateo took a cautious step back.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one.
Chip chuckled.
Smart choice, but it proves the forest is trying to recover, even if at the toughest spots.
Mateo nodded.
Then we just need to help it along.
They continued forward, more determined than ever. Chapter 4, Spring. Weeks passed and spring finally arrived. Green shoots began to peek through the soil, splashing the barren forest with hints of life. From his perch, Chip spotted new saplings sprouting in the bare patches.
Mateo, wake up, you oversized house cat.
Mateo groaned, rolling onto his back.
What now, Chip? Did you run out of things to complain about?
Just get over here.
Chip said, practically bouncing on the branch. Mateo stretched and patted over, shaking off the morning dew.
This better be good.
Chip pointed to the tiny saplings below.
Look, the forest is fighting back.
Chip had an idea. Jumping on top of Mateo's back, he pointed excitedly.
First, you need to be a lion again. Chase the deer so they stop overgrazing the new plants.
Mateo smiled widely.
Finally, something I'm good at.
With a powerful leap, he bounded into the tall grass, roaring and sending the deer scattering into the deeper woods. Meanwhile, Chip ran around, making little holds, carefully burying acorns and dispersing seeds everywhere he could. Will the woodpecker's constant tapping resonated across the dense forest. Chapter 5, Summer. By the summer, the forest had flourished. Oaks and maples reached sky high, their deep roots strong, sent seeds traveling to the earth like mini helicopters, moss softened the ground, and steams flowed fresh and clear. Under their favorite oak, Mateo and Chip watched the sunset.
We did it.
Mateo said. Chip nodded.
And the maples will keep it that way. Deep roots, tough bark, endless seeds.
Mateo smirked.
Like you then.
Less fluffy.
Mateo stretched.
Feeling accomplished? Time for a joke.
Chip groaned.
Do I have a choice?
Nope. Why do lions use chopsticks?
Chip sighed.
Why?
Because they prefer to chew nami.
Mateo roared with laughter. Chip shook his head.
That was worse than a squirrel chugging maple sap.
Hey, that stuff's delicious.
Chip rolled his eyes, but he was smiling. As their laughter echoed, the forest whispered back, full of life and bad jokes.